Hello, everyone. My name is Thomas Bostrom Jørgensen, and I'm the CEO of Appear. Thank you for attending and watching this presentation, which is named Appear Better, Appear Faster, and Appear Greener. So, who here knows Appear from before? Yeah, we got some knowledge of Appear. So, what I'll do today is I'm going to give actually going to show a quick intro video, because that's more interesting of Appear. I'll explain a bit of who we are. I'm going to talk about some of our European success cases. And then the big thing for us here at NAB is that we're launching Appear directly into the US market. So I'll be talking about how we're translating our European successes and using our heritage in Europe into the US markets. So without further ado, I'm going to play you the intro video for Appear. All right, so that was a quick intro of Appear. As you could probably see from the presentation, we're a Norwegian company and been around since 2004. And as I said, well, I am going to go through some of the success cases we have to articulate the better, faster, greener aspect of our portfolio, but also to give you a background of how we are planning to address the US market. So I'm going to start with a couple of our EU success stories. So this first one is under the label Appear Better. This was UK's first live 8K broadcast. It was BT Sport, which is one of our customers, and BT Media and Broadcast, who broadcasted in 8K the match between Saracens and Bristol Bears on the 26th of March. And for us, this was it's a really special event. And these are typical sort of projects that we get pulled into, where we use a really high-end video quality and our compression technology. So for BT Sport, one of the big things they're looking at here, this was a trial, but one of the big things they're looking at here is to try to experience outside broadcast and also experience and experiment with different remote production workflows. So this event was fully produced remotely, and our contribution to this was the 8K encoders and decoders deployed in BT's VINA network. So that's the first use case. The other one under the label Appear Faster was a live 3D VR content delivery solution that we did together with our partners Mobile Links, which is a production company, and fan experience technology provider COSM. So the background for this was a big event that took place in Tokyo last summer. I'm not allowed to mention the actual sporting event, but in this partnership together, we provided live 3D VR broadcast of the opening ceremony, the closing ceremony, and we delivered over 100 hours of live 3D broadcast from 5 of the events that took place So that was really sort of a groundbreaking event. What Appear provided in this context was the JPEG XS encode. And one of the reasons we got sort of chosen to be part of this is our high quality content that is delivered with very, very low latency. So this is one of the big strengths of the Appear solution. And it's particularly important in a premium live sports type of scenario. The other interesting thing is that this whole event, of course, happened under COVID, and all the production happened remotely. Actually, all the production staff from Mobile Link sat in their hotel rooms and produced all this 3D VR content. So that's pretty cool. Finally, and this is on the label Appear Greener, is a study I want to share with you that was done by a major European tier 1 telco. They were looking to select a vendor, and for more and more vendors and end customers, energy efficiency and sustainability has become extremely important. So what they did is they looked at a lot of sustainability factors in encoding a single UHD channel, and they compared a Appear solution to sort of leading server-based solution in the market, or at least one of them. And so you can see the results of this comparison is actually really staggering. So in terms of CO2 production, Appear beats competition with a ratio of 1 to 38, which is absolutely staggering. In terms of space efficiency, so rack units per channel, Appear beats competition with a factor of 1 to 20. So that really goes to say something about the density of Appear solution. This should almost interest everyone, which is the cost of energy, so the energy efficiency, and the power requirements over 6 years. Appear beat the competition with a factor of 1 to 7. And if anyone here has followed the price of power and the direction it's taking, this has a huge impact on the total cost of ownership calculations for customers looking to deploy these types of systems. And finally, electronic waste per year beat competition with a ratio of 1 to 40, which is also really, really staggering, and goes to the same thing, our density in the density of our solution. There's a lot more actually behind this report, and you can go to our website and download it and look at the full picture at your own leisure. All right, so before I talk about sort of our US launch, I guess, and how this impacts, or our EU experience impacts the US market, I just quickly want to show you the Appear portfolio, just where we have solutions in the market space. So if you look here, you can see that we're in contribution. This is live distribution for TV and OTT, and over to the right we have VOD. So we kind of have three major platforms that fit into this view of the market. The first one is the X platform, which was the product that was used in the comparison for Appear Greener. Fits really well into the whole contribution space, both mobile and event and fixed. Live compression and into sort of cable IPTV for linear TV and OTT. Then we have the XE platform, which is our distribution platform. Fits really well into the sort of linear market space, cable, terrestrial, satellite, hospitality. And then we have our newest part of the product family, or the product portfolio, which is the Neo series, which is a server-based live transcoder, which fits really well into live compression and also into hospitality. So I just wanted to give you a picture of our sort of solution portfolio before we talk about how this impacts our US launch. So we'll go straight into that. So what I wanted to show you was a couple of cases that we have been involved in, so you understand the type of businesses that we, type of customers, I guess, that we engage with. And I'll show you some of the typical use cases where we know we have really, core strength, and some of the partnerships we've already engaged with in the US. So the first project here, I think this was the first, or at least one of the first projects that we won after sort of entering the market as a pair, was the launch of a new sporting league here in the US market by two of the largest sport networks in the States. And this is really big for us, obviously, and the reason they chose a pair is really about the quality of our implementation of video codecs. So this was 8K UHD. Definitely also the low latency, where we are market best in low latency for high quality solutions. Compact and power efficient, as you saw from the pair greener. We have an extremely dense and power efficient solution, absolutely market best. And then also innovative technology related to remote production, which is really important as part of this project. So that's the first one. The second project I wanted to point your attention to, where we were involved, was NBC Universal's mezzanine contribution for the Tokyo Olympic Games. So this was also, for NBC Universal, this was of course a big project with a lot of vendors, but the pair delivered the full 4K HDR Dolby Atmos Ultra HD to over 70% of the US population. So we're really proud to be part of that solution, and we really see that our products and offerings fit well with premium live sports. It's a real sweet spot for us. All right, so sort of moving on to more of the sort of generic areas of interest, where we see a lot of interest from US customers. And so the first one is remote production. I know there, a lot of companies are focusing on remote production. For us, our role, I guess, is really to help overcoming the technical complexities that typically threaten to make remote production unviable. And the part of our solution that sort of addresses a lot of the issues that we see customers have is our superior low latency and flexibility. The Aper platforms are typically very, very flexible and configurable. And then also the multiple distribution codecs and formats that you can fit into a single unit. And that's something a lot of competitors and other vendors cannot deliver. And we see we have a big competitive advantage. The last one I wanted to point your attention to is ground to cloud. We are already engaged with and helping US customers with delivering high quality, low latency contribution from ground to cloud. We support 6E and JPEG XS. And one of the, again, to the sort of the density of our solution, one of the big benefits of engaging with Aper in ground to cloud is the fact that we can accommodate a huge amount, for most broadcasters, all their streams in a single 2RU chassis, and that has really, really big benefits. So we support and can accommodate up to 96 HEVC low latency full HD encoders in a 2RU chassis, and that's quite unique. So we know that we can't win the market all by ourselves, and so we are entering into some key partnerships to drive our business in the US market. And the first big partnership we have announced as part of our US launch is a partnership with Grass Valley. So in that partnership, we're now part of the Grass Valley Media Universe Alliance. So we're a global alliance partner. And what this does is that it really helps Grass Valley's customers get fully integrated and orchestrated access to Aper's X10 and X20 platforms, which for at least for some of the use cases helps push SRT video streams to AMP, which is something that's really important to a lot of Grass Valley customers. All right, so we have a lot of other partners, and we follow a lot of standardization bodies. I just want to pull this out. So we have partnering, as I said, with Grass Valley, AWS, Bridge Technologies is we're also here. It's a very important partner to us. We have a strong partnership on the technology side with Intel, partner with Broadpeak and Sencor, and Dataminer and VD. So this is some of the sort of partner ecosystem that we already have today. But we're definitely looking for more partners and other partners to complete our offering here in the US markets. And then we have we're very strong in engineering. We have a very sizable sort of development capability, predominantly based in our home in Norway. And we take part in standardization bodies and follow the technology development to make sure that we have solutions that are fit for market and competitive. So, without further ado, I think that's what I wanted to say. I'd really like for you to come and meet us at our stand and learn more if you're interested. It's 8917 in this hall. You can see our Appear pink sign with the hanging in the roof over there. And also, if you're interested in the Grass Valley partnership, we have a display at the Grass Valley booth that shows some of the implementation that we have done with Grass Valley to date. So I think with that, I'd like to thank you for attending, and I wish you all a good NAB.